We'd like to be the finest regional museum of its kind in the countryside, and we really believe that. The collections and the story of Franklin County and the Tri-City area certainly warrant that.
Dr. Richard Sherman has worked at the Historical Museum in Pasco for only a matter of years, but he can tell you almost anything about Franklin County and its history.
Well, Big Pasco is where today the Port District is. The Northern Pacific Railroad's transcontinental line right through Pasco and Franklin County. Basket theme that goes way back to medieval times. His father was one of the missionaries who came out with Marcus Whitman, William Gray, yeah.
And his almost endless history lessons are assisted by treasured artifacts.
This is the first ever printing of the Great Seal of the United States. Franklin was famous for being on the committee that drafted the Declaration of Independence in 1776. Somewhat lesser known is the fact he was also on the committee that designed the Great Seal of the United States.
But there is one major problem.
We don't even have file cabinet space anymore. Here and some in this house next door and all over the place because, yeah, we just don't have space. We have probably 1,000 square feet in the basement of the community center. We have these enormous steel containers behind us. We have 2 storage rooms here that are overflowing, and yeah, the list goes on and on. A lot of the collections that are offered to us that are one-of-a-kind treasures for Pasco and Franklin County, we're to a point where we just would have to say we can't take those anymore. And it would be a shame to see treasures like this leave the area.
Without space for all of the artifacts, there is a lot at risk. Documents need an air-controlled space to be preserved. But Dr. Sherman says they have a plan.
It's really tough. And so with the new facility, we've got space. Our hope is with the successful capital campaign here, with having 1 more month to reach our goal. Our goal has been $600,000. We're at about $450,000, so we're trying to close that last gap of $150,000, which would enable us to put together then a 3,500 square foot facility. It would give us storage space, it would give us meeting space, it would give us exhibit space, and really take us to the next level.
All their efforts to not only make space for artifacts, but to secure Franklin County's history and its importance.
We need to be good stewards of what we have. But in the absence of space, we've lost a lot of those things. We don't want that to happen under this generation's watch. And the successful completion of the capital campaign will give us a place to make sure that doesn't happen.
In Franklin County, Jameson Kiefover, Cap KVUE, Local News.